Hey everybody, my name is Frank Donahue and I am a manufacturing operations manager by trade and a social media and an internet marketing professional and manager by choice. I love social media, I love marketing, but my first baby and my first love is manufacturing. I'm actually currently out of the manufacturing industry, but that's where my heart is, that's where my experience is, and that's where I kind of cut my teeth, so to speak, as a young guy all the way up for like the last 18, 20 years. But being that I have some knowledge about social media and marketing in general, one thing I noticed is that social media isn't a platform that has been so widely embraced by the manufacturing industry. So I just wanted to throw together a quick little presentation talking about how to create the social plant, some of the reasons why maybe manufacturing has been slow to embrace social media to get their brand awareness out there and to get their message out there to increase customers and all the good things that social media is capable of doing. And I wanted to share 4 social media tips manufacturing organizations can use to get more customers, create that brand awareness that I mentioned, recruit top talent, and keep your existing customers loving you. So let's just jump right into it. I have a little bit of information I want to go over with you. So, manufacturing organizations have been slow to embrace social media for business growth. This is obvious to me through conversations that I've had with different people in different manufacturing organizations, the research that you find online. It just seems that for whatever reason, it doesn't appear that maybe manufacturing thinks it's advantageous for them to really create any type of social media campaigns or online marketing, so to speak. So a recent Forrester's report, and Forrester's is an online digital they conduct surveys, they conduct industry research and things of that nature. But they actually put a report out recently that indicated only 30% of global manufacturers plan to increase their social media spending in 2012. I know this is 2013, but there's really not a whole lot of information out there as far as how to quantify what this situation is. But some of the possible reasons, after doing some brainstorming sessions and talking to people, as to why manufacturing isn't taking advantage of social media, could be that they believe that social media doesn't fit into the manufacturing business model. There's a lack of understanding on what the purpose or end game should be, even if they did create, a social media initiative. Lack of understanding on where and how to get a campaign started. Those are probably the 3 that I believe are applicable to this problem. And here's 4 reasons why manufacturing companies should start a social media campaign and 4 ways that they can make it happen. So reason number 1 is it's a great way to acquire new customers, even for manufacturing companies. Everybody needs new customers to keep the door open, to pay the bills, to create good, to recruit good talent, to be profitable and make decent money. So that's one of the first reasons. And one of the ways, a couple of different ways that they can do that would be to, the first thing that comes to mind is to start a blog and write some good quality content on there about industry trends, brand new innovations, products and process improvements, and include positive customer testimonials, and lead people to that blog. Put it on your company business card when you go out to networking events. People will see that, they'll start checking you out. Another thing you could do is to start a YouTube channel. Include product installation videos on your products. If there's problems and some questions on what steps need to be taken, what's important, what's not, what has to happen, what doesn't, those type of things. Address frequently asked questions. Talk about industry trends, industry news. The frequently asked questions that's a perfect way to really engage your customers, people in the industry, prospects that might have some questions that they need answered. So you put yourself out there in the forefront, answering those questions and showing people the way, and you could definitely acquire some new customers that way. Again, you can include your customer testimonials. Create a video from the shop floor showing the manufacturing process, and make sure to include your quality control steps so people see that quality is important to you. You're taking stringent measures to make sure that they're getting the highest quality that they could possibly get. So all those things will definitely help you to acquire new customers. And to create brand awareness would be reason number two. You could start a LinkedIn company page, designate an employee to spend about 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's all it really takes to join related groups and develop relationships. And what they could do is, they engage in conversations and discussions in those groups. And then what they do is they invite people back to the company page. You can create some new fans that way, and then ask those people to share your page with their connections once those relationships are established. Another way is to have someone in the organization write a meaningful blog post 3 to 5 times a week. Share the link to each one of those posts to your LinkedIn company page. Encourage others in your organization, employees, and reward them possibly to share the blog posts on all their social sites. That's a way to really, really get, you know, quick response to the efforts that you put into your social media campaigns, and they can really it can grow exponentially if you really just make that a practice. You can have someone create a video on the topic of the blog posts and post to your YouTube channel. So every time somebody writes that blog post, take that and to personalize it, make a video and put that up on all your social sites as well. Put it up on your YouTube page, put the link to the YouTube video on your LinkedIn profile on the company page. Share that, get that out there, and then have somebody to go out and start following people on YouTube as well. Develop some relationships that way, and that can grow very, very quickly. Create newsworthy press releases once a week and submit them to the top free online press release distribution sites. That's a way to really, really get brand awareness and to get your name out there, make people aware of what it is that you have to offer, and to really that's probably the easiest and quickest way to make something go viral and really get it going for you. Here's examples of some of the free online press releases if you guys aren't familiar with it. Some of the sites are the PR Log. You can go on there, just go to prlog.com, freepressrelease.com, 1888 Press Release, and Pressbox. Those are just some examples. I actually have a list of the top 40 free press release distribution sites online, and if you want, you can email me and I'll get that to you. I have my information here. I think it's on the next slide. But make sure to add a page to your company website called In the News or Media or Press Room or something like that. And every time you submit those press releases out to those distribution wires, then what you do is you'll get a copy of it, and then you could take that link or you can have a screen capture of it or whatever you want to do. But all those things, put them out there because that really shows some credibility on your part. It makes you look larger than life when you have a press room on your website and people see all the different articles and different topics that you cover. So that's something that I would highly encourage. So like I said, I have a list of the top 40 press release services online, and if you want that list, instead of putting them all in here and really just bogging down this whole presentation, you can email me that and I'd be more than happy to send it to you at frankbdonahue@gmail.com. That's DONOHUE. So it's frankbdonahue@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line of the email SlideShare number 2, and I'll send that out to you. I'd be more than happy to share it with you. Number 3 reason is to recruit top talent. You could use your LinkedIn company page to create job announcements and share in industry-related groups. Okay, get the word out that you have a job opening. Again, you can have your employees or people or contacts or friends or whoever it is share that as well. Get the word out there that you have a job opening, and then you could sit back and instead of spending a lot of money hiring recruiters and everything else, you can get the word out and then just start to really filter down and find out who the best quality candidates are. So, the top talent is using social media, so you ought to use it to find them. So, you could also put up a LinkedIn advertisement that they have on the LinkedIn area where you can, create an ad for a job opening, post a job opening, feature a job opening, and they're pretty cheap. And if you do that along with getting the word out and putting it, just spreading it virally, you can really, really get it out there and get some good quality content or talent. Reason number 4 is to keep your existing customers loving you. Okay, there's a couple different ways you could do this as well. Encourage customers to ask you questions on some of your social sites. Give feedback and give suggestions about topics they would like to learn more about. So ask them, entice them, give them. You can give them some kind of an incentive, if you're in a position where you can offer a discount on some of your products or services, or if you can, buy a a bulk of like Walmart gift cards or whatever, hold some kind of a contest, but whatever. Encourage people to tell you what it is that they'd like to learn more about in your industry. That'll put you, as a thought leader, as a top leader in your industry. And the coolest part about that is it will also give you new content to create for blog posts. You do a little bit of research, you make sure you have all your facts in order. You do your blog post based on what it is that these people are asking and telling you that they want to learn more about. So you'll never run out of ideas for creating content. Plus, it'll also show your prospects, your followers, your fans that you do respond quickly to what it is that they request and that you do care about what they're asking for. So that's another way to make your customers and prospects love you. So another thing is you can address customer complaints quickly and thoroughly. A lot of times we like to disappear and hide under the desk and everything else when customers have a complaint, when they make it public, and a lot of companies don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to address those situations because sometimes we do send out a bad product. Sometimes we do make a mistake. Sometimes we don't meet a deadline. Well, people, with the World Wide Web and with social media, people will be quick to call you out on that. They'll be quick to make that information public. And my recommendation from a social media manager standpoint is address it. Take it head on. Admit when you're wrong. Admit your faults, because what that does is that makes you appear human, not just some big corporate organization or entity where everybody's up in these ivory towers and they don't care about the customers, they don't care about what the problems are that people are facing. So if you address those head on, admit fault when you're wrong quickly, and do something about it, people will love you, and that'll humanize you, and it'll actually help build credibility for you and your organization. So here's a tip that I didn't include in here, but if you're interested, I got a very, very cool idea. All that stuff right there might seem kind of simple, but those are all things that you can do if you just set up a daily regimen of taking those action steps to do the things that I just recommended, those 4 different things. You can really, really quickly get your brand out there, create awareness, and start generating some new business and retaining some good top talent. And even this one here, this little tip I have, you have to email me if you're interested in it. Okay, this is to find out how to keep employee morale high and turnover low in your organization via social media. Email me at frankbdonahue@gmail.com for the simple to implement but very powerful social media tip. Include social media morale booster in the subject line, and I'll send you that one over too. That's free as well. But that one's a very, very cool thing. It's taking advantage of technology in the 21st century and replacing it with some old school techniques that just aren't working and people aren't receptive to anymore. So that's your hint for it. But if you're interested in that, send me an email and I'll be happy to share it with you. For now, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and wish you the best. Take care. If you have any questions or you have anything you would like to see me cover, feel free to email me that as well. So take care and thanks a lot.